on the bottom, so still from the bottom. Close, close, close. What up, Marie Conway? MKO, what's going on? Politics as usual in the building. What's good, y'all? In Rome 25, what's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? What y'all think about this background? We got a little switched it up a little bit. We went with the black, with the white light. What y'all think about that? Switching it up. While we're waiting on a few more people to get in here before we begin, I'm gonna get whatever YouTube video we're gonna go over. I think we're gonna do some possibly. I had a lot of entries, guys, for cut critics. So okay, yeah, we'll definitely get to that. We had some people asking about clipper over comb, so I do want to go over that really quickly. Thank you, in Rome. Let's see. Let's get that Instagram pulled up so we can have all of that. Let's see who all sent me something. Okay, quite a few of you guys were sending out messages. Thank you guys. Thank you. I'm glad you love it. What's going on, Beam? What's good, man? We going live every single night. We've been going live since December 1st. So I know you were in here one of those nights, but man, we've been doing a lot of critiquing of haircuts. If you got something you want to submit, just to, you know what I'm saying? Last night we had S Craft Blends was in here, and he submitted a picture for me and let me dissect that photo. Of course, it wasn't much to see, but it was just good to compare. A lot of our viewers in here are newer barbers or aspiring barbers, so it's good for them to be able to see what a veteran can do versus, you know, just so they can see that process of growth. So if you got a picture or a video, something you want to submit, I would love to do that, but you don't have to. Of course, you know you don't have to, but I'm saying you don't have to. All right, guys, so let me get a video pulled up where we can go over clipper over comb, because we did have a few people reference that. They wanted to know how it was going to go, so I think this will be something really good. Let's see. Scenes. Let's move this over. And just so y'all not looking at me, I'll just share my screen so y'all can see what I'm doing. So you ain't got to look at my face. So I'm going to go to my YouTube. Move this over so I can see. All right, let's go. My channel. I need to just make a link up top for my channel. I don't know why. I have my channel dashboard and I have my YouTube account, but I need one just for my channel so we can just get straight into it. So, any questions before we do anything? Oh, okay. So, MKO says, how do we... Hold on, let me update this system. Why they got... I'm going to cancel this. I got so many updates for this app. Like, I haven't been using it every single day. So MKO Cuts wants to know, how can I send in mine? So what you can do is actually submit your pictures to Instagram, Christopher.Miniweather. Just type in Christopher Miniweather. So Miniweather is spelled like Minnie Mouse, MINNIEWEATHER. Yeah, Christopher Miniweather. And that's going to allow you to pull up my Instagram. What up? On Cue Photos, my guy Kwame, what's going on, brother? So while I get this stuff pulled up, if anybody have any other questions or anything so far, while we're getting some things situated, I see House of Cuts just sent me something. Is that you, MKO? Is that you? Are you House of Cuts? You ain't gotta flood me now. Yeah, got my phone going crazy over here. Let's see. And now that I do have some of you guys in here, go ahead and hit the like button so that it can send out, YouTube algorithm can pick this up and send it out to more barbers, people who are looking at barber channels, and it will let those people know that, hey, we are in here and some interesting things going on. So let me get comments. Okay, that's my comment section. Entire, let me add David Silva, what's going on, brother? How are you today? How are you today? Did anybody cut some hair today? That's what I want to know. Did anybody cut some hair today that you got a picture of? You can post it. Or if you don't have a picture of it, I just want to know, did you cut hair today? I cut hair from 9 to 5 today. I think that was about like 10 haircuts. Did anybody get them one in? Did you get one in? And we're going to start here shortly. Miss Kylie, Princess Queen, how are you? What's up, bro? I sent some photos. Okay, you the one who just flooded my whole phone. But I received them all. I saw it. So thank you for your submission. If the main person that was asking about the clipper over comb video does not get in here, then we can go straight into cut critics and we can get you guys popping. So Joski, you say you knocked out 2? I'm about 2 cuts. So both of your kids. Okay. How did it go? Come out. Who just text me on TikTok? What is that? I don't even know who that is. Yeah, I don't know who that is, but I don't want to see it. Oh, it's my customer. Okay. JL, you said, yes, sir, just got home right now. How many heads you do today, bro? Did you take any pictures? You got anything you want to submit? All right, we got wavy cuts is ready to go. So we'll wait for 9:20 because I did get like a 10-minute late start. So we'll wait just a couple more minutes, or 1 more minute to be exact. Oh, so you're heading home right now. Okay. No worries. I know you'll be in here shortly, man. I'm trying to figure out one last thing before I do anything. How do I go? Show all scenes, show current scene, and something got erased, but I'm not gonna worry about it. We'll cancel this. About 6 cuts. Okay. You got 6 cuts. Well, how about you don't send me all 6? If you got, let's say, 2 or 3 videos, then you can go ahead and do that. Submit it to Christopher Miniweather on Instagram. So we won't do all 6. I don't want to do all 6 because it's going to take up too much time, because you guys know I like to talk and I can be on one haircut forever. So I don't want to do that. I want to, because this is practice for me, you guys are actually helping me with my ability to go live and do these videos, as well as you're helping me with this software. And so what I want to do, just like you guys are like, man, how do I speed up my haircuts? I'm trying to create a system by which I do these lives to where I can control how much time I want to be on this live and not miss the mark by a whole hour or a whole half an hour. Okay, MKO, I see that. Okay, so it's 9:20. I don't see the guy who was mainly suggesting that we go clipper over comb. So we're going to go straight to Instagram and we're going to hop in here and just get to it. So I got to see. This was from last night when we got S-Craft Blends was in the building. How do I do this? And this was like this was the finale haircut of the night. And I just kind of showed you guys, if you had missed it, I was showing you guys the difference between a new barber and somebody who has been in the game 29 years. That is a long time to be cutting hair. And as you can see, you probably can't find a flaw in that. You probably can't find a flaw in that. Kylie says, I haven't cut in 2 weeks. I had COVID, and oh man. So you getting back. Hopefully you get back Saturday. First of all, I'm glad that you're on here. I'm glad that you're okay. I hope all is well. And I look forward to seeing some of your work when you get into the shop on Saturday. Hopefully you get back in there. So you got a couple days. How you feeling? How you feeling, Kylie? I had COVID last year, so I know it can be rough. I was blessed. The hardest part about COVID for me was the isolation, being away from my family. I can hear my kids down and playing. I'm in a room by myself for 2 weeks. Like, I was getting depressed, and I was like, man, how am I so down on myself? Like, I started feeling sorry for people that are in prison, because I'm like, I got a cell phone, I got a laptop, I got a freaking PC right here. Or no, at the time it was an Xbox. I got an Xbox right here, and I'm feeling like depressed because I can't go out of this room. And now it made me think about prisoners. I'm like, dang man, them guys got it rough. K Yeezys, Kai Yeezys. How I say that? Is it KY Kai or is it K Yeezy? But what's going on? I'm glad you are here, brother. We going straight into it. Let me stop running my mouth. Let's see. I'm gonna go into last night because I want to see. I know some people were sending things in last night that we didn't get to do. So send me a message. Okay, so we'll start right here. Kyle, you in here? Are you in here, Kyle? My name has an underscore. Okay, yeah, Christopher underscore Miniweather. Thank you, in Rome. Thank you. All right. So I think we did Kyle the other night. So, like, you guys can come back. I'm in here every night. So, if you guys want to come back and send more, we went through these for Kyle. Kyle had some really, really good haircuts. So, let's go into this one right here. Okay, we got some videos. I really wish that you weren't pulling away so we can see this. Let's pause it right here. Okay, so I'm going to point out the first thing that comes to my eyes. Hold on, let me get this other app pulled up so I can screen right for you guys. Launchpad. Why is it not showing me? Hold on, sorry. Sorry, I gotta look at my face right there. Get some of this stuff out the way. This other app is not pulling up so I can screen right and point out things for you guys. Launchpad. Bruh. Okay, whatever. No screenwriting tonight. We're just going to highlight what we see. So, first thing I noticed, this is a good looking haircut. But if we're going to be critical about it, I just see this weighted area right here. Can you guys see that? Kyle, I don't know if you're in here, but we got some weight line right here. And just the transition in this area could just be a little bit smoother. It looks like we got something going on right here. So just, it comes down to detail. One thing I hate is these, like, when you guys don't give me close up enough pictures or videos so that I can really get in there and see. I don't know exactly what he wanted done to the beard, but I can see you put a nice crispy line on top. But when I look down up under here, I feel like all of this could be cleaned up more. Like a nice little shape up. You could have blended this in just a little bit more on the beard. Maybe a number 2 guard with the grain, possibly. Maybe a number 1.5 against after you hit that number 2. But let's go to a different angle. It looks like we got some enhancements in here. Bam. Let's see. Boom. Okay, so what I want you guys to look at is what we've been talking about is when we're fading, we're going dark to light. So if anything, if you guys know what a line is. So last night we were looking at this. So can you guys see me? We're going dark to light. And you shouldn't see too many you know, you shouldn't see no lines in between. I can kind of see some stuff, a few little rings from the light, but we're looking for a smooth transition from dark to light. So if I look in this area right in here, I can see it looks bald here, but then it looks like a line right here. Can you guys see that? And also, I feel like this fade is actually much higher. Just looking in here, how light this hair is in here, I feel like it is really much higher than what you did, because I noticed you use enhancements to fill it in. So what we want to work on is, if you want that look for your fade, work on not taking so much hair out of here to where you got to spray all of this in. So if you want to have a C cup still, then you're going to have to angle your guidelines in a way that where you preserve that area and you don't make it so light to where you're working with like a one closed in this area. That's going to be light. A clipper, no guard, all the way open in that area. It's too light. If you want to leave it dark, let's leave it dark. The enhancements should only add to the cut. The enhancements shouldn't take place of where hair should be, unless you're filling in gaps and you're just trying to make them look good for the night or good for the flick. But if it's going to be this dark in here, I need to see more hair in here. That doesn't look like hair to me. So you can get a better angle from the side right here. So look how light all this stuff is. And now look at how this is all basically sprayed in. And then it causes this to stand out even more. But I can still kind of see this line right here. I feel like the edge up looks fine. Let's check that. Let me go to a different angle. Let's see. But not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, pictures are better than those blurry videos. This is that area I was looking at, but just looking at the picture now, it's not bad. This is not bad. On that video, it looks weird. But the beard could definitely be cleaned up more. I'm still going to stick with that. Look at the mustache area. It looks like you drew an edge here. You hit the edge here. And then, like, he didn't do anything else. You faded it in, edged it up. But I need some cleanup here. That bushiness under the lip, bushiness over the lip. Brush it, comb this out, and shape it up with your trimmers. But I like this haircut. We just got some tiniest little artifacts in here. Maybe a little, it's just slightly dark in here. I don't know if you guys can see that. This little bit, and that's me nitpicking. What I said last night about some of the haircuts, and what I'll say right here about this haircut, from the angles that I can see. Let me change. Let's see. Hopefully you did one more picture. You didn't give me another picture. But if the other side was to look just like this, I give it a 10. And what I mean by that, even if I can see a few flaws in there, I'm rating these haircuts not based on, is this the blurriest fade I've ever seen, but how well will this haircut do in a barbershop setting? So I want you guys to not focus so much on Instagram photos or even YouTube videos where you see perfectly done, perfectly executed haircuts. But the barbershop is a completely different monster. And where the critics and the judges are customers, they're not barbers. But when we're posting these pictures and we're posting these videos, we're tagging these repost pages, we're trying to get the attention of other barbers. So your appeal is not to, your appeal is to a much more critical eye versus customers don't know what they're looking at. When they looking at mirror, first they're looking at edge up, they're looking at shape. You give them a good edge up, you give them a good shape, whatever it is, they don't see no little wild hairs. 10 times out of 10, you're going to be able to get a pass. But now I will say there are more customers who are aware because of social media of things like what a blend is. Oh, can you fade this out a little bit more? You might hear something like that. But that's not a typical customer by any means. So you might be in a barbershop and never get anybody to ever ask you to fade anything anymore. But they might say, well, could you, this little bit right here, I don't know what this is. Can you take that out? Can you take that down a little bit? Because they're looking at the shape of their hair, whether it's a comb over, whether it's an afro, whether it's a mohawk, a box, or whatever, or even something like this. If he sees too many little wild hairs, he might not trip, or he might be like, oh, can you clean that up a little bit? So We want to make sure that we're also looking at them from the front. But this right here, this is a 10 haircut in the barbershop. His barber is not, I mean, his customer will never be mad at this haircut. But at the same time, I can't see his front edge straight across. But from what I can see, I think Kyle has a really good skill level. When we looked at him the other day, we can see like his blending game was already good. His edge up game was really good. So I'm only gonna assume that once again this edge up is good as well. So I'm gonna give you a 10 on that, Kyle. Congratulations. You already know you're a monster. Let's see, who's Calic Barber? No, you didn't give me no pictures. Newark Barber. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Are you in here, Newark Barber? Let me pull this live chat back up. Comments. Does anybody have any questions about that last haircut or anything like that before we proceed? If you do, say so in the chat. If not, I'm going to go on right now. Okay, Kylie says she's doing much better. Just can't smell or taste. Yes, Miss Family a lot. I already know. Oh, and you have a daughter and a son, so I feel your pain, sis. Get well, get well. I'm glad you're okay. So let's see. Going back to the Newark Barber. All right, you sent me a lot. Okay, I like this. I like that we got some different looks here. We got some Spanish guys, we got black guys, and we got different angles, so in different styles. You sent me a lot. Okay. So looking at this fade, okay. So I want you guys to stick with me. This right here, this looks like an attempt at a compressed fade. When I say compressed fade, you guys, what up AAC? So you guys know that, and as you guys are entering, you guys said I'm frozen. Uh-oh. Let me see. Why am I frozen? Okay. Hey, thank you for letting me know that I'm frozen. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. All right, bro. Well, what's your name, man? What's your name? I don't want to call you Kylie if that's your daughter's name. And why you take so long to correct that, bro? I'm up here talking about sis and all that stuff. Come on, bro. I know it's 2021, but man, let me know something. Okay, so let's see. Where were we at? Okay, so we were hopping into this video right here. Let's get back over there. Am I still frozen? Hopefully I'm not frozen. All right, so. Come on. There we go. Shut up, AAC. My name is Shay. What's going on, Shay? All right, so what I was saying is this right here. All right, David, man, thank you for coming back, man. Thank you for coming back. And thank you for your service, man. Go out there and heal some folks up, man. We'll be here when you get back. You might watch the recast of it, but stepping in right here to the Newark Barber. This guideline, or not guideline, but this fade is a really compressed fade. What he needs to do is stretch this area out. And so how do I create that look? By creating bigger guidelines. So just by looking at this, I know that his guidelines aren't big enough. Elijah Cuts, I'm not checking out any pages. You can go and submit your pictures to Christopher Manyweather on Instagram. Make sure that you follow as well as submit your pictures. We need maybe 2 pictures, 3 pictures, 2 or 3 different haircuts. Make sure that we get multiple angles so that we can see, you know, the left side and the right side are the same. The edge up looks good, but I'm not going to go through and just search up people. I want you to submit it by like everybody else through the messages, please and thank you. But so his guidelines need to be stretched out more so that this doesn't happen in here. You see all that darkness? He needs to make bigger guidelines. At least half an inch to an inch. You should be going up. For me, I think the bigger the guideline, so a full inch is going to give me it's going to make it much easier to transition, as well as it's going to give you a more stretched out fade. And I like to do stretch fades, so I'm usually at least a half inch to an inch type guy as I go up. There's a lot of people who only go up a quarter inch and they're just hitting it, and next thing you know, it's from afar it might look like this, but if you get in closer and closer, you'll be like, man, it's blended, it's really blended, but man, it don't look that good from far away. All right, thank you, Joshua. I see you. I see you, brother. But other than that, let's see. From what I can see, the facial hair looks fine. It's just really, this area is really drawing my attention. I feel like as well as in here, you could have cleaned this area up a little bit more, and back here as well too. So just attention to detail, Newark Barber. But let's check out this edge up. Okay. So we got this side goes up into this corner more than this side does, if you can see that, as well as you got just a little bit like a little waviness in here. It's crispy. It's crispy. It's clean, but we want to make sure that if I'm going to go up in this corner that much, then I need to do the same thing over here. But nonetheless, if I had to rate this cut so far, I think this could be it's just this weight line, man. I really wish you could have got some of that out of there. So I'm going to give you a 6. You take this weight line out of there, even with the edge up looking like that, I think it could still be a very high 8 if you could clean up that weight line. And remember, I'm saying in the barbershop. Now, would somebody repost it and all that other stuff, man, that's a whole nother conversation. But I'm helping you guys become better barbers, because barbering is a lot different than social media, and I can't stress that enough. Okay, so we got a nice blend going here. We got a nice blend, got a ball fade going into, I guess you were going for a high top look. If this is a high top look or a flat top, then I definitely need the flat top to be flatter, as well as, oh, Nathan, you don't got to apologize for being late, man. Just come join the crew, man. You know I'll be waiting on you anyway, bro. But on the fade, I have no problem. And when we get into this blended area, your lighting is not the best, first of all. So sometimes it can look darker in spots just depending on angles. But I'm just going to ask for just a little bit smoother transition in here, in the what I call the blend area. So we got the length on top. We got the fade. And that area in the middle where you connect the two is what I refer to as the blend or transition. So, but I see that you have the concept of fading down. So I gotta give you my props there, man. It's not bad. We got some dark spots here, dark spots here. We need to brighten those up. Dark spot here, a little darker in here, darker in here. But all of this is gonna come with just putting in more and more reps. Looking at your setup in the back, it looks like you're in the shop. So you're in the perfect place to continue to get reps. I see you with that look like a Travis Scott 6 drape from Illusion. Looking over here, need a clipper over, comb that out, clean that up a little bit. Light bright, what you talking about? You said I have no idea what's going on. If you don't know what we're doing right now, these are our subs pictures and videos of their haircuts, and we're doing critiques. Welcome to Cut Critics, sir. Let's get a back side. I like how it looks from the back. Like I said, just in this blend area. And as you guys enter, can you please go ahead and like it? Thank you guys for coming in here. If this is your first time here, this is Deadstock Barbershop. I'm Christopher Manyweather. I help barbers take their skills to the next level. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. My guy Jay Blends is in the building. Jay Blends, I need you to submit a haircut, man. We had Concise in here last night. We had S Craft Blends in here last night. And we are critiquing haircuts, and we're showing these guys, hey, man, first of all, what I'm doing is I'm teaching them the difference between a social media haircut and a barbershop haircut. They're not the same thing. You can put as much detail as you want to into a haircut, and you can make it a 2 or 3 hour service, but you will be broke at the end of the day if you didn't just charge $300. So if you're in a shop, you're charging 20, 30, 40 bucks, then we need you in the 30-minute, 45-minute range. And something like this customer has no issue with it if this is the shape on top that they want, because the fade looks decent, it looks good. This is a high 8, 9 in the barbershop. Honestly, his customer's gonna come back. Now for me, I see things that he needs to fix. So just looking at this shape, this hair back here looks like you just chop some of this off. It's like a hole, and it's very uneven up here. I don't know how you cut it. I don't think that you use clippers. I mean, it doesn't look like you use clippers, but then again, it doesn't look like you use scissors. So maybe you threw an 8 in there and extended it and was like moving your hands around. But we need to make sure that these haircuts are coming out much cleaner than this. The shape from the side doesn't look too bad. I would have just brought this in just a little bit more in here, because you see it kind of rounds out and then it goes up over here. So when we're thinking about men's haircut, especially something like this, we're looking for squared on the sides. We're looking for a squared haircut. Bam, bam. So like I said, this is a good haircut from the shop. But let's look at the left side, to where now I got to drop my rating a little bit, because I'm looking at how different it looks now when we get to the other side. And that's why I was saying, you guys send me complete, like I need to see all around, because now that I'm over here, first of all, the edge up is not really clean at all. But look at this dark patch of hair. And I do understand, like this right here, this might be the same length. It's very possible that this might be the same length. But what you do, for those of you guys who don't have straight hair clients, what you may not know is that the light may be reflecting right there off his skull at that portion. So when you take a picture, it's not going to look like it. So it's very possible that all of this could be the same, and that this is, I know Jay Blends knows what I'm talking about. This stuff could be the same as this over here, but I don't know. This is the picture you submitted to me, so I'm only going to assume that you left this dark. And even if not, let's just look at this line right here. This could be faded. So if all of this is really this dark all the way across, then what's going on right here? We need to fix that. It's actually, it goes all the way down and around over here. So, and as I said earlier, this on top, I wish I don't know if you're even in here. I don't see you commenting, so I'm not going to spend too much more time on this. You guys, if you're going to submit these, make sure you're in here. Matter of fact, we're going to go ahead and skip over these because he's not even in here. And once again, actually, just to show you guys, he didn't blend this out. This is his original guideline. And then he went and set another guideline right here. And then he went and set another guideline right here. And as you guys can see, what up, Black Stellar? Welcome back, boy. What's going on? As you guys can see, all of it, every single one of his guidelines are still there. Okay. Well, say something then, bro. Now you first of all, you perpetrating a fraud because you hiding behind your daughter name. Now I'm like, is Noor Barber in here? And he ain't said nothing. Now Kylie talking about, it's me. This is my dad's account. Nah, but oh, you said you got lost in the fade. Okay, so I'm glad you said that. You shouldn't get lost if, so let's just say you put this initial guideline in here. Bam, that's the first one. Now you come and you set this one right here. And let's just say you went and set all 3 guidelines. So what I need to know is, what did I put? Nah, you good, bro. You good. You good, Shay. I got you, bro. What you need to know is what I put these guidelines in here with and what to take it out with. So if this is all the way, this is my trimmers. This is clippers all the way open. So if my next guideline, let's just say I don't know what you did right here, but let's just say this is a one all the way closed or something like that. Plus, I want you to look at how you did your guidelines. I have no problem with a person stretching their guidelines here, but I just wanted where this guideline is, I would have just brought it just a little bit wider because it almost disappears right here. If you can see that. All right, thank you, Jay Blends. Thank you, bro. This guideline disappears right here. So it just gets really dark. But I would have liked to see these guidelines come just a little bit further into here or curve it down more into here. But I still need to be able to see something. And so let's just say the next thing I'm going to do, if you want to fade down, or let's just say you're going to fade up. First thing I'm going to do is work in this section right here. So what a fade is this. We put in a guideline, we balled this out. So even if I need to get my pointer in here. So what we're going to do is blend this panel. So in between here and in between here is this panel in between. So what we're trying to do is make this length fade into this baldness. So that means we got to take out this line in between. So take that out. Close your clippers up all the way and start to go up. 1/4 inch, another 1/4 inch, another 1/4 inch. It should be gone. If it's still there, if it's still a faint line, my camera is frozen again. My camera is not frozen. Oh, if it is, don't look at me. Like, look at the mouse. Can you guys still see the mouse? I don't know why my camera's freezing, but look at the mouse. Don't look at me. I'm already ugly. Can you guys still hear me? That is a good question. Can you guys still hear me? I don't know why it's freezing tonight. It's always something, man. Technical difficulties. I ain't never had this camera freeze on here. But can you guys hear me at all? Nathan, give me a yes if you can hear me, bro. Let's see. Okay. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Okay, so we might have to do this camera free. Okay, there we go. All right. Man, this is being stupid tonight. What is this? Night number 9, and then we have our first issue. Okay. Maybe I need to do that last update. That might be what it's causing. So what we're doing is now that we created this next panel in here, we're going to start to take this panel out before we even worry about this next guideline, this panel in here. So when I'm saying panel, I'm saying that from bald to their clippers all the way open, no guard, that length in between, that's your first panel. And then that next one up over that's your second panel. So let's take out this first panel. Let's fade it in before we go up to the next one. So we're going to fade this over here. Let me go entire screen. Oh my God. All right. Hold on. I'm tripping. Okay. So in here, so from here to here is one panel. So we're going to fade in everything in between. We're going to make it blend with this. How do we do that? By taking this line out. And so next, after that's gone, now we go up and we work the next panel, which is here to here. And what we're trying to do is the areas in between, we're trying to blend this with what we just did over here by taking this line out. Can you still see it? And then once that's gone, now we're going to go and blend this panel into this panel by taking this line out. Does that make sense? So we're going to fade that in with probably like a number 2 against the grain. It might leave like a 1 in. You might have to go to your I don't know what you're cutting with, but if I'm to say Babyliss or Walls or something like that, Gammas or something, then maybe your 1.5 guard. Start with that all the way open and just start hitting at that line. Making sure that the teeth, the moving, so you know your clippers all the way, let's say your clippers are closed, it looks like this. They're all the way even. So when I say close, this is what I'm talking about. When I say open, it's going to be the longest range. But where the top of these fingers are, you see the top of these fingers? That's your moving blade. So if the hair is not touching in this section, if it's only in here and it doesn't come down to this area right here, then you're not going to cut anything even though this blade is touching the top part up here. So it may be touching some of this, but you have to make sure you're going up high enough to where that moving blade is the thing that's touching it. So hopefully that helps. I want to see you back here with another photo. I mean, because you got the concept, but what we're working on for you is the details. So what I want to do with you is train your eye to see this kind of stuff by looking at it as a fade from dark to light. Do I see anything that stands in between, making it pop out? So what I see is this area right here, this area right here, and then what I want to point out is like this right here and this right here looks like that. Also, this back here looks like that because of his head shape. So his head shape is making this stand out. His head kind of protrudes out right here. Y'all see how it looks a little rounded? So it makes it look like a crease up under there. So what you're going to have to do, even if all of this is the same length, then you're going to have to brighten this area up. It may look a little shorter, but it's kind of like it's a trick. It's an illusion. I'm going to make it look even by taking it shorter than what everything around it is, so that it no longer stands out. So, Shay, man, you on to something, man. Just keep grinding, keep working. It's really about reps. And we're going to keep it kind of short because I know there's other people. I'll just looking from here. Shay, what are you African American? What are you, Shay? And the only reason I ask is because it looks like doing straight hair is a lot easier for you when it comes to your blends. Just looking at it, but as well, it's going to be the same thing I was just saying. You see how this area is just much darker than anything up here, so this stands out here. And now I'm looking at these little lines in here. It's not really a line, but just dark areas like that you need to brighten up. That's where your details come in, where you're using like the first 2-3 teeth on the corner of your blade just to kind of get in there and just clean it up. Same thing in here. You got some darkness over here. Just looking at the shape. It's personal preference, but for most of my customers, this would have still been a little bit longer in here because look at his head shape now. His head shape is pretty round, so now this comb over no longer looks squared. You say you've been cutting straight hair more than black. See, I ain't all the way wrong, y'all. I might have thought he was Kylie, but I can tell when it comes to some barber stuff. So, yeah, so looking over here, look at the shape. His haircut is looking very rounded. So you want to leave just a little bit more of this hair in here. But if he says cut that whole thing off, then you do that. So I'm just saying in general versus preference, whatever his preference is, that's what you do. But even looking over here where the hair combs over to, you need a clipper over comb some of this out right here. You see that now? So if you follow this shape, it goes up, it goes out, and then it goes like a hard diagonal. Then it goes up some more, and then you see what I'm talking about? So I just want to see that cleaned up a little bit more, but you got it. Like this right here, like I was saying earlier, this is enough to be in a barbershop and get you returning clients that's going to keep coming back, that will grow with you. So just because you guys know the concept does not mean that you're necessarily ready to put out the best haircut you'll ever put. But what it says is I can give good haircuts or decent cuts, and I add in my personality, conversation, getting to know people, and people are willing to grow with you. They're like, man, I love this guy. They're really not even looking at the haircut. I love the conversation we have. I love the advice he gives. I love that I can come talk to him and tell him stuff that I can't tell my homeboys. I can't tell my homegirls. I can't tell my wife. I ain't told nobody, but my barber knows, and my lawyer knows, and my doctor knows. You know what I'm saying? So what up, Black Stellar? Yeah, people are willing to grow with you guys. And they'll be like, man, my barber got cold. Hey, Elijah, don't tell me I'm frozen, man. I don't know what's going on. Just look at the mouse. Look at the mouse. Like I said, when I started up my app tonight, I had a bunch of updates. And for some reason, if y'all want, I can shut down my computer and I can reset and come right back. But that's completely up to y'all. If y'all want me to do that, then I can do it. But if you just cool with seeing a frozen, matter of fact, let's take me off of here. I don't want to see me either. And you always got to be frozen in the worst way. Like that's the craziest thing ever. Why do I look like that? Why I couldn't freeze when I'm chilling? You know what I'm saying? It's default scene. Let's see. Let me update my system real quick. Let's see what it says. Ugh. Okay, guys, this is what I'll do. I'm going to update my broadcast. Oh, it's going to end my broadcast. I'm going to update really quickly. It's already updated. It just needs to install and reset the app. So I'm going to do that real quick. You guys meet me right back here. You should get a notification. If you're already on my YouTube channel, you may have to refresh your page, but it's going to pop right back up.